Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. A rollback in the prices of petroleum products takes effect today. Diesel prices are down by 1 peso and 30 centavos per liter, while gasoline is now cheaper by 70 centavos. Prices of kerosene are likewise slashed by as much as 1 peso and 80 centavos per liter. The Energy Department attributed the rollback to China's lower oil import and higher crude inventory for the U.S. Several transport groups are planning to go on a week-long strike over the government's modernization program. Elaine Fulgencio with the report.
Waiting in long lines and rushing to catch a ride. These are just some of the daily challenges commuters face. But it could get worse by next week, with some transport groups planning to go on strike. The nationwide transport strike will begin March 6 and is expected to last for a week. This is in protest to the memorandum circular released by the LTFRB regarding the PUV modernization program.
President Bongbong Marcos, sinisingil na po namin kayo ngayon doon sa inyong ipinangako na hindi kami mapipaisa at magpapatuloy ang aming hanap buhay.
The LTFRB is giving jeepney and UV Express operators until June 30 to consolidate or join a cooperative. Those who are able to do so will be allowed to operate regardless if they own a traditional unit. However, some operators are still hesitant to join a cooperative.
Kasi pagka sa kooperatiba, kukunin nila yung franchise mo, yung ORCR mo, pangalan ng kooperatiba. Paano kung bumagsak ang kooperatiba? Nga na kami. 'Di ba? Wala na kaming babalikan.
The LTFRB has yet to comment on the planned transport strike, but the agency has since appealed to operators to process their consolidation so that they can have access to loans to modernize their units. The Transportation Department, on the other hand, has appealed to transport groups to reconsider going on strike.
Siguro dapat pag-isipan nating mabuti yung pag-stop ng operations. No? Dapat mag-usap-usap muna.
The agency says it will provide enough assistance to operators, but they must also do their part.
Yung phase-out, mangyayari yan doon sa mga areas na halos na-implementa yung modernization program. No? Pero doon sa mga areas na alam naman natin talagang mahirap kaagad kumuha ng mga bagong equipment, ay bibigyan natin ng pagkakataon yung mga operators na mag-join muna doon sa mga cooperatives na mag-consolidate.
The transport groups are now asking for a dialogue with President Bongbong Marcos over the modernization program. They said that until they are heard, they will continue to push back against the planned phased out. Reporting for News 5, Elaine Fulgencio, We Are One News.
House Speaker Martin Romualdez holds an emergency meeting with officials of the DILG and PNP amid the recent spate of shootings reported across the country. In a statement, Romualdez said that the reports of high-profile crimes are alarming, leading him to seek a meeting with the two agencies to know what their actions and responses are. In February alone, a mayor of Maguindanao was severely wounded in an ambush in Pasay City. A business couple and their companions were fired upon in their car also in Pasay City, while the vice mayor of Aparri, Cagayan was shot and killed in an ambush. In the meeting, the Speaker assured Interior Secretary Benhur Abalos and the PNP that the House will support their intensified drive against crime. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Some lawmakers are crying foul over the 10,000 peso per diem or daily allowance for delegates of the proposed constitutional convention. They note this daily rate is already close to what some Filipinos are making in a month. Marian Alcaide with the details.
The House Committee on Constitutional Amendments has approved a measure implementing House Resolution Number 6, which calls for a constitutional convention to propose amendments to the 1987 Constitution. A total of 17 members voted in favor, while only 2 voted no. These are Senior Deputy Minority Leader Paul Daza and Gabriela Partiles Representative Arlene Brosas. Under the bill entitled the Constitutional Convention Act, a hybrid CONCON will be implemented, which means delegates are both appointed and elected. There will be a total of 304 delegates, 253 delegates of which will be elected by registered voters, each representing a congressional district, while the remaining 51 or 20% of the convention's membership will be appointed by the Senate President and House Speaker from different sectors such as the judiciary, academe, legal and medical profession, labor, business, urban poor, among others. The election will be held on October 30, coinciding with the barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. The estimated budget for this is at around 1.5 billion pesos. The committee would hold office for over 7 months from November 21 to June 30, 2024. Gabriela Partiles Representative Arlene Brosas strongly opposed the bill, especially its emoluments provision, where every delegate shall be entitled to receive 10,000 pesos per diem or per day of attendance in the convention. The government will also pay for the travel and lodging expenses.
Yung 10,000 na ibibigay sa kada araw, nalalahok sa delegado ng CONCON. Sabi namin kanina, halos minimum wage na ito ng isang manggagawa sa isang buwan. Ngayon nga, hindi natin maibigay yung 10,000 ayuda para sa ating mga mamamayan. Medyo mahirap-hirap po itong tanggapin ng mga tao na hindi mataas yung presyo ng mga bilihin at may krisis. Tapos meron tayong binabudget ngayon na ganito for the Constitutional Convention.
For later Representative Richard Gomez, shouldering the delegates' travel and accommodation expenses is too much. But Abang Lingkod Partiles Representative Caraps Paduano begs to differ.
Yung 10,000 mo back and forth, tamang-tama lang yun sa airplane.
Correct.
So, what can you do with
Richard,
the 10,000?
10,000 sa plane fare lang, umubos na. Ano pagkain naman ng delegate dito sa Manila?
Since you are a delegate, you are understood to stay in a place near the convention center. We as representatives, our salary grade does not even cost at 10,000 a day. So I'm wondering how come delegates are given that much privilege.
Still, members voted to retain the original provision. The panel estimated an around 5 billion peso budget for the operation cost during the convention. This estimate will still have to go through the Committee on Appropriations. Once the delegates have agreed on provisions they see to revise, the convention is expected to submit its report to the President, COMELEC, and Congress within 30 days from completion of the consolidated amendments on or July 30, 2024. The amendments proposed by the convention should be ratified by a majority of the votes cast in a plebiscite, which will be held 60 to 90 days after the submission of the convention report. Senior Deputy Minority Leader Paul Daza suggested to hold the plebiscite in conjunction with the 2025 midterm elections to save funds, but Committee Chairman Rufus Rodriguez defended their target timeline.
It will take a long time, and our people cannot wait, especially on the economic provisions. And so therefore, we believe that is the proper timing.
Meanwhile, one of the framers of the 1987 Constitution, Attorney Christian Monsod, has doubts that the proposals will see the light of the day in the upper chamber.
Hindi ako sigurado na lulusot sa Senado yun eh. But siguro sa House lulusot yun. Alam mo, kontrolado nila yun eh. Pero alam mo, magandang labanan eh sa public debate. Payagan yung mag-debate. Kami susipot kami doon, mag-debate tayo sa harap ng tao. Yung mga gusto ninyong revisions and amendment to the Constitution. And let the people decide. Hindi yung panay propaganda, ginagamit pa niyo yung pera ng bayan. Di ba?
The House measure will then be tackled at the plenary for the period of sponsorship and debate. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
Passengers at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport complain about long lines at immigration counters. Passenger Fabi Carino said they were able to check in 3 hours ahead of their flight to Palau on Friday, but they were greeted by long queues at the immigration where only 3 officers were manning the counters. Carino said even senior citizens and PWDs were forced to wait in line. The passenger noted that it took them over 2 hours to get past immigration, reason why they were not allowed to board the plane. Carino also complained about the lack of coordination between the immigration and the airlines.
Kaya tayo nalilabel for being the worst airport. It's because of so many gaps that's happening right now. If you anticipate a lot of people during certain days, shouldn't there be a lot of people from BOI handling and making sure that there's not such a long wait for people? Especially so if you are a PWD or a senior citizen. Imagine the line.
And still on NAIA, 5 Office for Transportation Security personnel were relieved from duty and placed under preventive suspension after a video showing an alleged extortion incident at the airport made rounds on social media. The video posted on Facebook last Wednesday purportedly shows a departing Thai national requesting a female security screening officer to return the money she took from him. The staff was later seen handing the tourist the money, which OTS said amounted to 20,000 yen or roughly 8,000 pesos, and begging the person taking the clip to delete the video. In another video, the female staff can be seen putting something in the pocket of a male personnel who was manning the X-ray machine. OTS said administrative charges are being prepared against the workers, but it also is looking to file criminal charges against the airing personnel depending on what their investigation would further reveal.
Nalungkot lang that while our economy is opening up, ito naman ang mga tawa namin na sinisira naman ang ating reputation in the international community. So, but definitely be assured that the OTS management will really address this issue more aggressively, and we'll find other strategies to solve the problem.
In sports, Gilas Pilipinas unfortunately was not able to make a clean sweep of the 6th and final window of the 2023 FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers, as they fell short in their comeback versus Jordan 90-91. Jordan seemingly could not miss in the first half as they built a lead as huge as 25 points, but Gilas, led by naturalized import Justin Brownlee, who finished with 41 big points, made a furious comeback in the third and fourth quarter. Unfortunately, Scottie Thompson missed clutch free throws late in the game, as well as Bobby Ray Parks, who missed the game-winning shot in the end. Nonetheless, a valiant effort from our Gilas squad. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 7:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register an account now at signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.